Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming Testing New Makeup episode number 2. This one's gonna be a bit scattered because I have some extremely luxurious makeup like this Prada foundation, and I also have these random little drugstore concealer poofs. So we're gonna be all over the board. I also have an indie eyeshadow palette, so if you guys are interested, just keep watching. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I do love focusing on indie makeup, but most of all, I just want to see if products are tan girl friendly. When I first got on YouTube, I had the hardest time finding videos for somebody with my medium tan complexion, so I decided to take matters into my own hands and start up a YouTube channel. So if that sounds good to you, highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post, and without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm really excited. I do have the new Prada foundation. I was just so curious about this. Now, this did launch last year, but everything sold out quite quickly, so I was very happy to see that this is now available at Sephora. I also saw that they're selling it at Nordstrom, I believe, so that's lovely because I like having options of places to grab things from. So usually I always use my Huda Beauty color corrector, and I got these little Real Technique Mini Miracle Concealer Puffs, and they're basically for concealer. So I'm really curious about these because Real Techniques put out a sponge puff hybrid. I think that was also last year, and this seems to be the same material as that, so I was just curious to see how this would apply my concealer. So I'm just going to use this for my color corrector as well as my concealer. I'm going to use the Fenty concealer, but I just thought this was so cute, so I'm just pressing that color corrector in there. It's definitely dispersing the product quite a bit. There's quite a bit of product on the sponge as well, but we'll see. We're just trying it out. So, okay, so next we're going to try out the Prada foundation. So this, I think, is currently the most expensive foundation in my makeup collection. I can't think of what else I've tried, but I feel like maybe the Pat McGrath foundation. I also bought the, I can't remember, some really expensive brand's foundation, but I didn't like that one. So yeah, currently I think this is the most expensive. It retails for $70, and I have it in the shade MN60, which is medium skin with a neutral undertone. So this is the Reveal Skin Optimizing Matte Foundation, and it says on the Sephora website that this is a skin optimizing foundation that refines the skin in 3 dimensions, including tone, luminosity, and texture to reveal a soft filtered skin in real life. It's a medium coverage matte finish foundation, so that sounds right up my alley. I do have my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip primer on, and I'm going to use my Singe sponge just to pounce this all over my face. I started filming this video the other day and I ran out of time, so I couldn't finish it, but I thought this foundation applied really nicely and it stayed on the whole day. I used it around lunchtime and then I took it off in the nighttime, and it lasted really nicely. I thought the coverage was nice as well, so I already have a little bit of a wear test going on this, but yeah, I'm excited to have this foundation because I was so curious. I do have the Valentino and Gucci foundations as well, and I really like both of them, so I have a lot of hope for the Prada Beauty as well. It does have like a fragrance to it, kind of typical of luxury makeup. It's not bothersome to me, but I don't know if you're sensitive to smell. It's not as potent as the fragrance from like the Juvia's Place foundation. And I think I can even smell Unlike the Valentino foundation, the fragrance is stronger. This one is a little bit lighter and fresh smelling, so it doesn't bother me, but I just want to mention in case it might bother some other people that are more sensitive to smell, but I think this has a beautiful finish. It's like a natural look and it has like a bit of luminosity to it, but I think that's gonna dry down. I didn't notice that it oxidized or anything, but we'll see. We'll see if we notice anything different this time around. And while that's setting, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Fenty concealer. This is the We're Even Hydrating Concealer. I feel like this is a nice concealer. I have it in the shade 370. It's a bit of a warm shade, but I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it like I would normally. And then we'll try it out with the Real Technique sponge. I feel like I definitely didn't need this. I was just curious because it looked so adorable. And I've just been in my puff stage of life. Just been really getting into pressing makeup into my face. And I really like the full size one of this that they came out with. So I was like, oh, let me just grab that. I don't know. Maybe it was just the fact that it was a mini was really interesting to me. But I really like how this concealer just sets under my eyes, covers up my dark circles. I think it looks really good. It doesn't look too dewy or anything like that. So this is the side with it blended in. What do you guys think? Are you thinking of picking this one up? I heard that maybe this, I don't know. It feels like everything goes viral on TikTok. I swear, you guys, I avoid TikTok because I feel like TikTok, I mean, people say YouTubers like try to sell you stuff. TikTok is like all about sell, 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 sell. It's wild. Or maybe I'm just biased towards YouTube, but I was on there the other day and I saw so many ads for Halara, like these pants. And they, of course, say like, oh, these pants are so comfy. They're so cute, blah, blah, blah. So, of course, I fell for it. I've never bought anything on TikTok shop, but they were saying these Halara pants were going to change my life. And I have like a trip coming up in April and I want to have some cute clothes for it. And I can't spend a ton of money. So I was like, okay, let me just grab a pair of Halara pants and like some workout leggings. So we'll see, because I'm like curious now to see if the TikTok girlies are lying or if these pants are actually worth the hype. You guys will have to let me know in the comments, what has TikTok shop made you buy? Or like, what have you seen on TikTok that you're like, let me try that. They convinced me. I want to know. And if you actually got your item, was it worth it? Like, did they trick you? Or are you happy with what you bought? I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. But I think that this foundation concealer combo looks really nice. And I'm just using my Lunar Beauty powder with my Singe brush. I love this Lunar Beauty powder. I think it looks so pretty on my skin. So those are some of the new products I have. Oh my gosh, I had a new powder to try out and I forgot. Oh well, I guess we're gonna have to use that in a different video, but this is how my makeup's looking so far. So before I do like bronzer and blush and stuff, I want to do my eyeshadow. So let me prime my eyes quick and also do my brows. Okay, so my eyes are primed. It's time for eyeshadow. I did go ahead and throw on some of the Physicians Formula bronzer as well, because I was feeling a little bit naked without it. But I do have some new launches from DD Signature. These are out already, but if you want to use my code on the DD Signature website, it's KHMAKEUP. So I have close-ups of the two palettes. One's a quad and one's a palette, but they also expanded their singles. So I have those beautiful singles here. So we have like 3 holographic looking ones and then these 3 really beautiful shimmery ones. They had 2 of these shades prior and then I think we had 4 of the holographic ones. So I will swatch those separately, but I did swatch the quad. So this is the Taste of Guava quad, and there was a cute note on the packaging that said that the owner of DD Signature has not seen her younger sister in 8 years in person, I guess. And so she said she created this in memory of climbing like the guava tree and giving her sister guavas, which I thought was so cute and definitely looks true to the inspiration. And then we have the Blooming Basket eyeshadow palette. I think this is their first kind of format that I've seen like this. I believe this was an existing palette that got redone, and this is their new matte formula as well. So I'm really excited to try it. When I was swatching this out, I definitely felt like I wanted to play with these shades. So let's go ahead and get into an eye look. Okay, so I'm going to start off with this shade called Forget Me Nots. It's a beautiful blue kind of mid-tone shade. And I'm going to run that on the crease with its What's Up Beauty brush. I'm curious to know from you guys, how is your new year going so far? It's almost the end of the first month, and honestly, I feel like I'm still in 2023. I was so ready for the new year and all my resolutions and all the things, and then I got sick, and I was like, wow, I feel like this past weekend was the first weekend where we weren't just so down in the dumps from being sick. And so it really just feels like the new year started just the other day. So we'll say this is taking a little bit to blend, but it's not the end of the world. Definitely workable. I'm going to go into the shade called Grapevine, and that's going to be the lighter shade that I want to use in the inner corner, and then bringing towards the blue as well. This is such a pretty shade. I saw this on Dee Dee's Instagram. I think she had done the most beautiful look with this color, and I think it was a purple maybe. It looked lovely on her complexion. So it's nice to see that these shades also work on her skin tone, but I feel like I've always felt that way about how pigmented her makeup items are, so that's definitely the nice thing about having Black-owned brands, because then they show up on my skin tone too. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna go into this shade called Concord Grapes, and I'm just gonna run that on top of the blue just to deepen it up. It's like a dark, dark, dark plummy color. That is so pretty. Oh my gosh, so pigmented. Okay, so I think I'm going to use Cherry Blossoms on the lid and finish off the look. I think this is one of those formulas where, oh yeah, that is so pretty. This color is so pretty. I'm using Cherry Blossom on the lid. It's one of those formulas where I think it applies better with my finger. So I just picked it up with my index fingers. And it doesn't really have a base to it, so it's layering really nicely on those matte shadows. But super cute, kind of simple, but it's very impactful. Okay, so for eyeliner, I'm going to use this one from Urban Decay. It's the shade Chaos. Okay, so I'm going to go back into the palette and I'm going to use the shade Grapevine in the inner part of the eye look on the lower lash line. And then I'm going to go into the shade called Forget Me Not, which is that blue shade. And I'm just going to blend that up into the outer corner. And then I'll take a little bit of the Concord Grapes shade and pack that on the edge. That shade is so pigmented. It's so pretty. It's great deepening up shade. That's not a black, but really, really close. So Okay, so the look is pretty much done. I guess I need an inner corner shade. I might go in with this shade called Collected Ranunculus. Oh, I think I butchered that. Oh well. It's a really pretty like pinky tone. So I'm just grabbing that on my Sigma brush and I'm going to give it a little spray and just pop that onto the inner corner. It's like a pinky green shadow. Okay, so the look is done. Let's go ahead and spray our face. I'm going to use this Makeup Forever. I am so excited about how this foundation is looking. It's so beautiful. I did buy this new formula from Flower Beauty. It's the Ultra Light Liquid Blush, and there was 5 shades on the Ulta website, so I bought all 5 of them because I thought that would be really fun for like a short or a reel. So today I'm going to use a shade called Toasty. Looks like a really pretty neutrally shade. So let's go ahead and try it out and see. And I'm going to give it a little squeeze. Oh, this is such a pretty color. And I'm going to take my Singe brush and I'm just going to blend that out. It's super light, so maybe I'll just put on another layer of it. I think this color is like so close to my skin tone that it's going to be a little hard for you guys to see. I can see it. It's a very natural looking shade, but it's cute. Maybe I should give it a chance to dry down. That's so pretty. Oh my gosh. So that is the shade Toasty, and this is available on Ulta now. And then I have the rest of the shades. So we have Wild Berry. This one is called Peachy. Looks a little light. Maybe I should return that one. I don't know. Anyway, I got Poppy and Cheeky. So very, very excited about having all of those shades. And actually, while the blush is drying, I want to try the Prada lipstick that I bought. So also another expensive, luxurious product. I probably wouldn't buy another one anytime soon, but I was just so curious about it. So I got the shade Fauve, F-A-U-V-E, B05. It's like mauve, but with an F. So there's that. I don't really do lip liner, so I'm just going to go straight into... Ooh, this is soft. It's like a soft velvety matte. And it's like a light terracotta shade. Wow, it feels like a lip balm. I was not expecting that to feel so like nourishing. And wow, I really like this color too. That is cute. Okay, okay. Okay, friends, so here is the finished look. What do you guys think? I feel like I look ready for spring and summer, so I love that for me. Now, let's go ahead and talk about all of the new products I tried out today. The first thing I want to mention is the Flower Beauty blush. So I really think this shade is so pretty. I can see now that it's dried down. I can't wait to try the rest of the shades. You guys know I love a good liquid blush, and I love Flower Beauty's other like liquid blushes that they have in the little squeezy tube. So I wanted to grab this, but I can't wait to try out the rest of the shades and let you guys know my thoughts. But it did dry down beautifully, and I did use the Flower Beauty highlighter. This is in the shade Opal. I used it with my Singe Beauty highlighter brush, and I was able to blend it in really, really nicely. So that is a nice combo. As far as the mascara goes, this is just my second or third time using it. I do like it though so far. I've seen a lot of people say that they also really enjoy it. I think it really lengthens and separates my lashes. So a win for me, considering it's like a $12 or $13 mascara at the drugstore. Very happy with that. As far as the Blooming Basket palette goes from DD Signature, I think that they have really created something beautiful with the shade Concord Grapes. This was by far my favorite matte shade in this palette. It really worked well in my outer corner. I did have a little bit of trouble blending Forget-Me-Nots, but I'm definitely going to keep trying. And then this shade called Grapevine is a beautiful blue, and I think it works beautifully in my crease as well. It was decent and easy to blend. Now the metallics definitely feel like those creamy metallic shadows that we see from SugarDrizzle, It's Belle, those types of brands. I really like how she curated this color story. It has some mattes and some shimmers. It's not an all shimmer palette, so we picked some beautiful shades. I think this shade Collect Venture, sorry, the pink shade, it's super beautiful in the inner corner, and I think Dee actually used it to highlight her face on her Instagram look that she did that I saw, so I thought it looked stunningly beautiful on her as well. So yeah, overall I'm really excited about their new matte formula, and I'm excited to try the Guava Quad and those single shadows as well. Okay, next for these two products, I mean, I feel like this is definitely not a necessity, but it kind of reminded me of those little tiny beauty blenders they came out with. I do like that it has a little strap here so you can like stick it on your finger and really like push the product into the under eye. So that's kind of fun. I don't know, I just wanted to try it out. And then as far as the new Fenty concealer, I think my under eyes look really nice. They don't look dry or cakey, and I feel like this has decent wear, so I'm going to keep playing with this. I really like the shade I chose as well, so very excited about that new concealer. Last but certainly not least are my two very expensive items from Prada Beauty. So the foundation I think looks really nice. It has a great medium coverage, very natural looking. It has like a teeny tiny dewiness to it, but I think my skin looks great. It is not doing anything as far as emphasizing any texture or fine lines, and it's not making my skin feel dry or anything like that. I think it looks really nice, very flattering, so I'm happy to see that with this quite pricey foundation. I think the packaging is so nice. It feels pretty luxurious. This lid feels really lovely, and let's be real, I feel like when luxury brands do makeup and beauty, it almost makes it a little bit more accessible to peasants like me that can't just go to the Prada store and buy themselves designer goods all the time. So very excited that there is some makeup that we can try from Prada. I think the foundation is lovely. As far as this lip shade goes, I don't know that I can't find this in any other brand. Like $50 is a lot for a lip product, so I'm not saying this is like completely unique, but it does feel really nice, and I think the packaging is nice and luxurious, and I really like this shade. So overall, I'm very happy with my two items that I picked up from Prada. I know they had some eyeshadows. I did end up skipping because I couldn't make up my mind on which quad to get, and I'm not a big quad person anyway. And since it was like $80 something for 4 eyeshadows, I decided to skip it. But maybe in the future I could see myself trying more from the brand. But yeah, I'm really impressed with all of the products I tried today. Let me know in the comments, were you curious about Prada Beauty? Are you planning on picking anything up? I love hearing from y'all, so definitely let me know. But that is it for Testing New Makeup episode number 2. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!